All right, what's up, guys? I want to make just a trading review video because I feel like those are probably the most teachable moments. Instead of just like teaching concepts and ideas, actually showing you how they all kind of jive together, I think will really be the most helpful for the new traders when they're first starting out to learn these concepts. But basically, I'm just gonna walk through kind of how I approach the day. So right now, it's 3 o'clock. This is London kill zone, and I'll just mark it out. So London kill zone starts, and all we see right now really is we obviously have a strong reaction off of whatever this low was, and we are in a downtrend. So we're gonna be favoring the downside, but not opposed to upside trading, as long as you're not too greedy with your take profit. So first what we're going to do is just mark out our areas of interest. So over demand there, and I'll go. All right, so I marked out demand and supply. Now I'm going to go back down to the 5 minute. And what we see within here right now is we kind of have poor lows, and we also have some poor highs. So we can kind of think of this as like this is a range right here. So to start it out, we'll mark it out just like this. We could do that as one area of interest, and also these sort of equal lows is another area of interest. And then we have these equal highs over here. So these right now are our liquidity that we're looking for. So if we get a sweep of the high, then we can look for targeting this area and vice versa. So all we're going to do right now is just let price play out. We're in the London kill zone, so we can start looking for positions. Okay, so we could see that price definitely reacted very strongly off of taking this low right here. So, and entered into this, sort of, I guess, demand zone, you can call it right there. So with that being said, most likely it's going to be looking for the highs first, and then we're going to be targeting the lows after. So now it's 6 o'clock. I'm not really looking for positions here. I'm waiting for New York kill zone for anything. And you can see there's some strong reactions right here. So we took out these highs right here, took out a couple of these lows, but nothing significant. So now what we could start doing is we could start going into lower time frames and looking for entries. All right. So basically, when you're looking for entries, the best thing to do is just look at market structure. It's the easiest thing to look for. So you have your point of interest, which is this 1 hour supply zone. And then you have market structure. So right now the market structure is this. This would be a market structure break right here because it broke this high. So if it breaks that low, so we have a low made, and then we have another high made. So this would be a market structure break right there. And notice how it leaves these equal highs and then sweeps it. Sometimes I kind of like that as a hint, like this was just like made as sort of inducement in a sense before moving on downward. But anyways, we'll pay attention. And you could see price had a clear change in character. So now it started favoring the downside movement. We had a market structure break. So you could enter off this. I'm not a huge fan of just entering right off a market structure break because it could be, a swing fail pattern on a 5 minute, unless you get a candle close like that. But anyways, we have our point of interest and we have our target, which is the low. So off of that, you could get about a 2.3 R. Not the best, but not the worst. And do pretty well. So you played off that as well. but I'm also going to point out other confirmations. So obviously we could tell there was a huge shift in momentum to the downside, obviously favoring downside price action. But one thing to point out, and you can see this on different time frames, is this fair value gap. So this indicator is by Anch. It basically just shows where there was a gap in price action, and you can use these as sort of magnets for where price will be heading to. So I'll mark it out just to make it a little bit more clear for you guys. This would be our fair value gap right there, which happens to be right at the bottom of the supply too, which is pretty interesting. But anyways, so that could be an area we could look at getting back in on if price comes back up to it. Still targeting these lows right here for about 3.5 hours, so a little bit better. Or we can even get up to, you know, sometimes I target the midway of the fair value gap, you know, the equal, and you can get a 4.6. It varies very drastically, you know, once you're in these tighter time frames. But yeah, so we'll drop back down to the lower time frame. So notice how we still have these lows all left. So I'm still interested in short positions. And here we go right here. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more. I'm going in the 1 minute. And you could see price action. I'm actually going to mark it out. Price action, actually not in this exchange, but on FTX, bounced right off the bottom of that low and headed on down. So that could be your blind entry right there, or you can wait on sort of confirmation of a little bit more downside momentum and go with that. But basically your invalidation level is this high, and you're getting off there, targeting the bottom of these equal lows. You can target down here too as well, but at least take profit here, I would say. We'll get rid of this just so it's out of the way. And to remind, we are in New York session already opened, and now we are in London close kill zone. So I'll zoom back out a little bit. So we'll just leave right there. So for almost a 3R. And there we go. So you can see price just wicked right into it, and that was it. I'll let it play a little bit more. Actually went back down and reswept it, and that was the trade that I took today. So just to kind of show you, basically I got in at 43,712, whatever, a little bit higher than this. This is 43, almost 700. So right around there, and then exited. I was a little too early on the exit, just because I thought that was it. So I exited kind of up here instead of, you know, leaving a take profit, because I was on the road. But either way, still was very happy with this trade. Happened relatively quickly. I think, what was it? Hour and a half, 3R trade. Really happy with it. Actually, just to recap. So basically you had this range going on. You had these poor lows and you had these poor highs. Then what happened is price broke out above this range, swept these highs into this 1 hour supply zone without taking these lows. Now to me, that's manipulation or just a trap for longs to, you know, sweep later on, whatever the case was. To me, that's a good entry area to look for shorts to target these poor lows. So basically price broke out in the New York session. We had a market structure break. You can even see on the 5 minute, it wicked above and then eventually broke down. Then in the New York, or the London close kill zone, which is 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, it came right up, retest, and filled in this fair value gap, and then broke back down and took the rest of this liquidity right here. So that's basically the sum of the trade, which is basically just I wasn't targeting, you know, any lower. Sometimes what I'll do with these, I'll leave some running. I'll leave some of the extra, like 20%, 50%, whatever I'm feeling running, in case we are going lower, because this is obviously a downtrending market. But don't get greedy with it. Know where you can easily make your money, get in and out, get off the computer for the day, go enjoy the weather, go take a walk, go to the gym, do something more than just staring at the computer. And that's the reason why teaching these, I am also showing these low time frame trades, is because, basically, I woke up, I was only at this computer for, 4 hours looking through these ranges. And after that, I'm out. I'm done for the day. That's it. Hopefully this was helpful in some way. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Also, I'm going to leave my Twitter in the comments below if you guys want to take a look at that. I'm going to be leaving, I'm going to be making posts of trades I do and potential trends I see, things of that sort. If you guys are interested, definitely give that a follow. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.